It's pizza time. Drunk couple going to fuck. Not so loving anymore. Mega shit, yeah.
Cheers.
Hi, Coppa. Mega shit, yeah. God, this camera's so good too. This night vision is the shit.
Couple things move around in here.
Damn, I'm not gonna lie. I fucking loves this view. I really love this view. This is the biggest perk about working in Shibuya. You can't beat this view. Or over here. You're watching a Weekly Wednesday What's Up, the section of my life where I tell you everything that's going on in my life. And I am in love with this iPhone camera, but let's just turn on one more light just to for safety. That's what we're calling it. Oh my god. Ooh, fuck. All right. So, yeah. That's a little bit better, but that's a little bit high too. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everything's going well in your life. We are 1 week from corn, tomatoes, chicken, turkey, greens, you name it. It is 1 week before Thanksgiving, and I am looking forward to it, my friends. Next week, Terry will be coming over. If we can, maybe we'll live stream some of it in here with the Thanksgiving thing, but I guess a bunch of us are getting, and also we're going to be returning, hopefully, to doing Black Sales reactions. I hope they're planning to do it on Wednesday. Oh, wait, yeah, Wednesday, yeah, I just thought about that. They better be able to do it on Thursday, because Wednesday, because if they do it on Thursday, that's Thanksgiving for me. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it has to be on Wednesday. Anyways, we'll be doing Black Sails. We'll be back on that again. I honestly don't know if we're going to be doing The Mandalorian. Because, you know what? In all likelihood, we probably will not be doing a group reaction to unless DC Sun can wait that long. Because I'm looking at next schedule, and I believe next week is... Next week, The Mandalorian's only going to be on Friday, so that means that it would be like 4 days late. It's just so hard to avoid spoilers with something like that. So I don't think but I think at least we'll try to come around for like the second to last episode, because that'll come out on a Wednesday for us, or Thursday. I hope. I would like to get at least one group reaction to this show, or at least the season finale or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. Anyways, and that's cool. I want to get this one out the way because a lot of people have been asking me about this Coppa situation and how am I gonna deal with this? How am I going to survive another attack on YouTube, my YouTube livelihood? And a lot of people have been saying like, RIP to this channel, and I'm just like, honestly, and I already put my statement out on Twitter a while ago, especially because it was Thank You Patreon Day, or Thank You Patron Day. It's just, I haven't really turned a good profit from YouTube in like 3 years or so. Like, the adpocalypse changed a lot of things, and some people thought that had this impression that it was better because the big YouTubers stopped talking about it, but nah. Maybe it got better for them, but it definitely didn't get better for me. I remember, I don't know exactly what point it was. It must have been 2 years ago. I'm pretty sure it must have been 2 years ago when that was the last time money was really good on YouTube. And because I specifically remember myself, the Normies, Blind Wave, and Ecomog, we were all planning to do this huge collaboration, getting some costumes together, skits. We were just going to do this huge little budget thing. That's one of the main reasons I actually have so many Arrow outfits, actually, that I was collecting. Yeah, it must have been around that time. And at that time, money was not an issue for at least me and Ecomog, in terms of like ordering costumes just to have people all dressed up. But I specifically remember a few months after that, both of us started feeling, and that was right after the second adpocalypse or so, both of us just started feeling it and everything. And it was like, yo, shit. And I particularly never recovered from that via YouTube, and that's when I really had to start pushing the Patreon more and start doing the Patreon a lot more. And a lot of people from Avatar jumped over, and it was gravy. But like I'm saying, like the main point is, I honestly, I don't think this will be it, the end of YouTube. It won't. I don't know if it'll be the end of my channel, but if it is, it is. I mean, it's such a headache to continue to put videos, to continue working. I would say I have to work about 5 times harder on YouTube than I do on Patreon or on Twitch, just to get around copyright stuff, to work with around copyright things, only to get shit claimed or claimed by other companies. And I don't turn a profit for Arrow, anything DC, Warner Brothers related, nothing. So you can imagine when the majority of my stuff is like that, is surrounded around that kind of stuff, there's like no, like, I'll put in like 4 or 5 hours today on Arrow, and I upload it, and I get hit with a claim immediately from WB. And it's just kind of like, as a fan, I'm just like, well, I'm doing it for a cause. But after a few years, after a few seasons, as a business person, you're like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Why are you wasting so much time? So for me, it's kind of like, if there's a swift removal, honestly speaking, if there's a swift removal of YouTube channels, such as my own, something like Tyrone or Blind Wave or whatever, if something like that happens, I wouldn't even mind, because at this point, I'm ready for a huge migration of people, similar to the way Vine, when Vine shut down. Vine, in some sense, I think it was Vine. Vine was the one that introduced us to the Logan Pauls, introduced YouTube to the Logan Paul, King Bach, I believe his name is. Batch? Maybe Batch? Yeah, probably Batch in English. American English, they probably pronounce it Batch, right? but then there's like botch candy. Anyways, and then the King Vaders actually, right? So my whole thing is like, if we have a shutdown of YouTube or a mass migration somewhere else, I'm all for it because it's like, but that's the only way it would work. You know, if you told me today, Akasan, there's another channel, there's a YouTube alternative where you can actually get money, I would do it, but I would still be using YouTube. The reason why is because the fans are all on YouTube for the most part. That's one of the reasons I dual stream on YouTube and Twitch, right? So the only way I would eventually move is if I had somewhere to take all my fans, the majority of my fans, somewhere else. So just like Vine, again, this is the same thing as Vine. If you shift over from Vine to YouTube, YouTubers need to be able to shift over as a mass migration somewhere else. That's the only way that would work. And I honestly would welcome that because, like I said, I'm on a good month. I'm making maybe $250 a month on YouTube. Let me repeat that. After all this time and all these subscribers and views and everything we're doing on a monthly basis, these views and such and subs, I'm making on a good month maybe 300, 350 or so, because most of that shit gets claimed, and or YouTube doesn't have the reliability in my channel to give me any ad revenue, if that makes sense. Like maybe I really don't know, but it's like they don't see the benefit in advertising anymore, and maybe there's maybe just not enough ad revenue to go around. So that's kind of the deal. That's the harsh reality of YouTube, and that's why you have to rely so much on sponsorships and Patreon, particularly Patreon. That's why with Patreon, I'm doing way better with it. If it wasn't for Patreon, I would not be doing YouTube to this day. But at the same time, one of the things I kind of look at it about, and this is the thing that kind of annoys me a little bit, because I actually have a friend who works at Google, a few friends that work at Google, and we've talked about this a few times already, many years ago, and it was like, for most people now, YouTube is the commercial, YouTube is the advertising platform, but YouTube is the advertising platform, but it's other places as to where the money comes from, if that makes sense. And I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if that's a bad thing, but my thing is, if YouTube is the commercial, YouTube is where you're basically advertising. So you eventually you'll get somebody to buy a fucking shirt, a book, or whatever. Then I would like to spend less time on the commercial, on the advertisement, and put more creative energy into the venue that my customers or my fans are buying into, and that being Patreon or something on Twitch. Like, I don't want to spend 5-6 hours on a commercial of an Arrow video just to go on YouTube to get claimed, right? But if somebody's on Patreon and getting that full reaction, shit, I would actually like to spend a little more time on that and give them more exclusive content. You know what I mean? So if there was a way, shit, really, honestly speaking, if there was a way I could reverse it the other way and like people get the edited versions on Patreon, and then I just dump the full reactions on YouTube or something like that, shit, I'd be down with that. Like I think that would make a lot more sense, and I'm sure I would actually be a little more creative in putting stuff out if that were the case. Or if I had more time in the day and I was able to do more just behind the scenes type of stuff and videos and whatever that was exclusive to Patreon only, shit, I would love to do that. But right now, there's just not enough time in the day, like how it works. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are already familiar with my schedule, but it's like I wake up about 9 o'clock or so. I start recording about 9:30, 10 o'clock or so. I'm out the door by 12 o'clock in the afternoon because I get 2 or 3 videos done. I send them to my editors while I'm at my regular job from 1 to 10 p.m. at night. Editors are steadily crunching, getting those videos ready. I get home. By the time I get home, about 11 o'clock or so, the most of those videos are done, if not 4 a.m. in the morning. And then I get those videos together. I create the thumbnail, upload them and everything. And then hopefully by about 1 a.m. in the morning, everything is up and ready for you guys. That's usually the schedule almost every day we do. Trying to work in between my full-time job. So it's an odd system. It's definitely an odd system, and particularly around this time when the CW shows start, the fall season, it's fucking madness. But I always think it's funny to myself because I always feel like, man, I can't wait till Christmas break. Like, I can't wait till Christmas break, and then I'm gonna have all this free time. Like, I'll be off of my job for about a week or so, and so I'll have all this time to like make videos and shit. Nobody's available, obviously, because it's the Christmas break, right? Dante's never around, usually. Terry, they all got families that they're with, so I'm just by myself in a quiet ass house with nothing to do. And then when I try to play some video games or something, people around the world are busy as well. So it's kind of like, that's so weird how that sometimes works out. Anyways, guys, so there's my answer about the whole thing. In short, people are panicking and keep asking me, what am I going to do to change am I going to make any changes to my channel? I mean, I think a lot of people also have to realize that this is just another list in a long list of how to panic or how to freak out, and how a lot of YouTubers will pick up something and like it's a platform they can all kind of get scared about and talk about and things like that. Is it a big deal? I'm somewhat in between. I'm right in the middle of this. But I also I see where a lot of YouTubers are using it as scare tactics to actually get views. There's a lot of videos that I have seen pop up recently of people I have never heard of. And then you check their profile and it's kind of like one person is doing a very popular video right now on Coppa, and they're like all panicking because they do Lego videos or something like that. And it's kind of like, but they also admit that they don't really upload anything anymore on YouTube. Like, they haven't been doing anything on YouTube for a long time anyways. And so, they're, respectively, they're probably, that's their last video. But you can also see this like sensationalism in a lot of this, where people are just making shit. I don't think, but in terms of my channel, there's not much I can change. I just keep on saying that I'm not for kids, as I always have been. Yeah, I know having kids watch your channel is what gets you a lot of subscribers. PewDiePie is probably the best example of that, where people used to say like 7-year-olds just watch his channel, which I don't fully agree with, but yeah, appealing to a younger audience is always gonna make you grow a lot faster. So there's always gonna have to be that responsibility you need to take. But I always tell people, I always apologize and let people know, like, sorry for the cursing. And that happened like last year. A Japanese fan came to me at Tokyo Comic Con, and they're like, oh, I always watch your videos. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you so much. Sorry for the cursing. And she's like, no, it's okay. I curse too. So I always try to be aware that, yeah, there are going to be younger people, but I try to give as much of a responsible take on it as I can, without losing a part of what this channel is all about. It's just a reflection of myself and others, in living in Japan, gaming, reactions, of course, and all other sorts of things. So hopefully we'll continue into the new year the same way. You know what I mean? Guys, thank you for watching. It was a long one, I know. Last Jedi, not the Last Jedi, Fallen Order. We're going to try to stream that in the morning. I decided just to split the cost with Terry digitally, and he has one of my PlayStations, so I'm pretty sure we can actually just share the game, which is going to be great. And I'm looking forward to playing that. If you would like to pitch in, everybody that chipped in on the wish list, our donations, we could definitely use it, especially for Death Stranding in the near future. Your boy is fucking broke as hell, man. I'm not even joking, man. I'm not even joking. But we will get through this. Any help you can would be great. Take care of yourselves, guys, and I will let you guys know what's up next week. Peace.